What do you mean the attack came from Japan? They're our allies.
Mr. President, these attacks represent the most sophisticated application of information warfare ever imagined. The missile launch came through Japan, yes, but it seems likely it was triggered by elements of a private security operation. Displace International.
Displace? That's Doug Shetland's outfit. We have contracts with them.
Who's Shetland?
Former Marine recon, among the very best. He was one of my top candidates for 3rd Echelon a few years ago. No love lost for the military or the United States. Rumor is that we hung him out to dry for political reasons over an incident that wasn't his fault. We can only speculate as to what his agenda is.
Well, how do we defuse the situation until we know?
Maybe the Chinese can help.
Gotcha.
Echelon tracked down Doug Shetland in Tokyo 6 hours ago. He's mobile and he's wireless. And from what we've managed to decrypt, it looks like he's about to wrap up his business with whoever his Japanese contacts are. From what we've managed to pick out of the air, it looks like he and his men are about to converge on a bathhouse in the middle of the city. We need to find out who Shetland is meeting with and do everything we can to prevent him from closing his deal.
Clearly, the attack that crippled the Walsh and force-launched the missile from the battery went through Seoul, but it originated in Japan. Shetland has something to do with it, and my line into the displaced servers shows that he's definitely profiteering on this war. In order to shut down his operation and prevent any further escalation, we need to ID his business partners and make sure they don't leave there with any more of Zerkezi's weaponized algorithms.
Fisher, the bathhouse where this meeting is going down is a semi-public place. There will be civilians in there, and probably a boatload of goons. Shetland's men seem to be popping up all around Tokyo in the last hour or so, and converging simultaneously on the location. Frances Cohen has been in Asia for the last few months, and she's found some ties between the bathhouse ownership and a Japanese criminal organization known as the Red Nishan. It's possible that they are Shetland's partners. Fisher, I just got a request from Frances Cohen.
What does she need?
She's been trying to get a man inside the bathhouse for a long time to keep tabs on the Red Nishan. She wants to know if you can tap the phone lines in and around the building.
Francis? Of course I can.
Tell me why we're out here again.
There.
Good work, Fisher. That's the first phone line. See if you can tap into the rest.
I don't even know what that means. Be quick about it. The stench is unbearable. No kidding. I think there must be a broken sewer main back here. It ain't supposed to do that, is it? Not as far as I know. 6 weeks out of warranty, bam, things start screwing up. Yeah, it could have been anything, but it might not be. Look alive.
Just a reminder, Sam. You'll have some civilians in the bathhouse. Do not, I repeat, do not kill any of them.
I'll be careful.
Be more than careful. Be Gandhi.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to Splinter Cell Code's Theory Mission 9, the Bathhouse. We're playing on expert difficulty, and as per the previous missions in this series, we're doing a stealth loadout. So we've completed the outside area, and now we're just going to make our way through this washroom. We're just waiting for this guard to turn around. There's a guard in this next room who you can sneak past, but as I'm about to show you, you can also just walk straight up to the side of him. Then if we take this light out, he'll start walking off and we can knock him out as well.
Fisher, those guys don't look Japanese to me.
Yeah, expensive suits cut wide in the shoulders. They're packing for sure.
Exactly. I make them for displays, trying to keep a low profile.
Makes sense. Doug knows how to stay discreet when it's necessary.
Fisher, In order to figure out who Shetland is meeting with, you'll need to head up into the private offices. Check upstairs, to the north of your position, and past reception.
On my way.
We're just going to switch
Who
this
switched
light
off the
out.
lights? Something's up here.
I put the optic cable under the door before we came in just to make sure that guard had turned away, which you can see from his torch. Turning the lights off causes both guards to come over and try and turn it back on again. This civilian goes in and out of this room, so we just need to wait for him to leave before we go in. Then we're going to make our way through that duct you can see in the far wall. The first half of this mission we're going to do in a pretty standard way. When we get to the second half of the mission, I'm going to show you how you can do the firefight without having to rely on luck.
Is the upstairs secure?
Yeah, might be some Red Nation guys up in the private rooms, but I didn't disturb them. How about the front?
It's tight. A truck is blocking the alley and I sent the guys unloading it for a coffee break.
Which guys?
Just some guys. Worker guys.
What? You just said, hey, why don't you guys take a break, and they did?
Well, I gave them 100,000 yen.
Oh, okay. Well, don't forget to expense that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Currently 300 behind them. This is a very tricky shot with the water in front of
So this guy on the left waits a random amount of time before he turns around.
finding him just the right cloud.
He was quite quick that time.
Going to lay out. Looks like a 7-iron. And here it is.
You don't want to move through here until you can see the guy outside's torch.
An easy chip from here and a short putt from a nice base par. Now,
We need to hide this guy's body in the storeroom because the guard that's outside can come back in again.
18, and our leader he has a difficult 40-footer for a birdie, and if he makes this, he really puts the pressure on the rest of the field. Good speed, right at it. Oh, just lifted a tap in for par, and now he has to wait in the clubhouse to watch the rest of the tournament.
We're going upstairs, so we need to disable his camera. There's a guard that patrols the corridor upstairs, so we just need to make sure that we wait for him before we go up. Just be careful because he turns back round again before walking off.
got it. Shetland's meeting in the private baths in the back of the bathhouse in a little while.
Who's he meeting?
Red Nishin from the looks of it. Cohen was right. The bathhouse owner is pretty high up in the Japanese mob.
Fisher, those two aren't displaced. They're ISDF assault troops.
What is ISDF doing here?
Maybe the Red Nishin has sold Shetland out to the ISDF. Eavesdrop on that meeting and figure out what's going on before ISDF blows this up.
How are we going to stop them?
I'll get on the horn with Admiral Otomo and make sure we're all on the same page.
Now we retrace our steps. Remember there's a guard outside, so we're just going to hug this wall to make sure he doesn't see us. Because we took the two guards out earlier, we won't need to wait for the civilian to come in and out of this room. So we can climb straight out. We just need to double check that he's not up on the scaffolding. He won't move from that spot because he's waiting to talk to one of the guards. To speed things along, I'm just going to airfoil this next guard. You could also disable the strip light above the mirror and then knock him out. There are two guards in this pool area. Disabling this generator makes them walk down this end of the pool.
What's wrong now?
There are some steps here we can use for cover. And then just wait for the lights to come back on and then we can re-disable this generator. The second phone line we need to tap is just here. As you can see, both guards have moved down to that end of the pool.
Way to go, Sam. Cohen says there's one more phone line she'd like you to tap.
This mop that's leaning against the wall has confused me somewhat. It's not normally here. It's usually laying on the floor. I have no idea what will happen if I walk into it. As soon as the steam fills the room, then we can move past these two guards.
Oh, you scared me there for a second. Sorry. Visibility in here is terrible. Something goes down, it'd be next to impossible to fight. Got any night vision here? Night vision doesn't help in this crap. Maybe if we had thermal. Guess we'll just have to rely on our ears. Yeah, unfortunately, since Mogadishu, I don't hear so good. You were with the Rangers in Mogadishu? No, I was, kind of working for General ID. But only indirectly. Oh, forget I am.
There's a guard and a turret in this room. The guard sometimes spots you even after we've filled the room with steam. I'm going to play it safe and knock him out with an airfoil. The turret still sees us, so we need to turn the steam on. That's the first half finished, and now we move through into the area where the special ops guys are. These guys have got night vision goggles. The ones with red goggles are Shetland's men, and the ones with blue goggles are ISDF forces. The third phone line is just here.
Done.
That's the last phone line, Fisher. Cohen sends her thanks.
Tell her it was my pleasure.
We blew that candle out to get that guard to come down this end. Just check there isn't a guard in this doorway. You won't be seen behind these screens even though it looks like you're not very well hidden. The corridor we're looking at is where there will be 4 guys shooting at each other in a little bit. I'm just waiting for the guard to come up this end of the corridor.
Zachary,
Yes, sir.
I just double-checked the blueprints. Turns out there's a vent that comes out in the meeting room. ISDF makes me nervous. Make sure the vent is clear of any surveillance gear.
Yes, sir.
Be quick about it. The meeting will start soon.
I'm on it.
There is no breeze in here. Who brewed this out?
This is where we diverge from most of the other walkthroughs you'll see of this level. I want full access to that corridor so we can set up some sticky cameras. In order to do that, there's just a couple more guards I need to take out. If you go too far around this corner, then the guard will see you. To avoid that, I'm just going to knock him out with the gas from the sticky camera. Now we just need to move his body out of the way before the next guard comes back into this corridor. This feels like a really long walk. So now we can get set up ready for the gun battle. I'm going to be placing 4 sticky cameras along this corridor. The first one goes at about eye level in front of this vending machine. The second one goes in the wall opposite, just a little bit lower. Number 3 goes above this doorway, it allows us to look down the corridor. The fourth one goes in this dark beam looking the other way. All four of those cameras have a specific purpose, and I'll show you what it is when we come back here in a minute. Now we're going to climb into the vent to kick off the meeting dialogue. Don't go right to the end of this vent, otherwise you'll only achieve a 97% rating on this mission. I'm going to make another video that proves that, so make sure you check that out.
Lambert, ISDF is in the building. Are they making their move?
It's all clear.
I haven't been able to contact Otomo. I don't know what's going on.
Wait a minute.
Yes, this will do just fine.
I told you I've taken care of everything. We're secured.
Jesus, Lambert. ISDF isn't here to take Shetland down. They're meeting with him. They're his partners.
My God. Stay there. We need to hear the details before we go to the Joint Chiefs with this.
You did not bring them? I am not going to follow you across Tokyo.
Relax, Kaneda. I'll just download them and burn you a disc.
Ha! You take me for a fool. You are not stupid enough to download them over a public network. What are you up to?
I said relax. You're right. I'm not that stupid. My men just finished setting up a shadow. Completely secure wireless, discreet from the web. Now sit. You'll have your algorithms in about 4 minutes. Call it!
Lambert.
Let it go, Fisher. We know the truth. We'll pick up the pieces after the dust settles.
Save it, Kaneda. I've seen it before. You're defending your honor to cover up your lies. Should I check the account, or should we start shooting and see who walks out of here?
Kaneda! Tetsuo! No, 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 please. We can work this out.
We're switching to fallback.
The chopper's on its way.
Good. Secure this area. No one comes through.
Yes, sir.
Fisher?
Kill Shetland. I know.
I'll teach you, you bastard! With my name. Wait, I think...
There's no need to rush through this bit. You need to remain patient with the guards that we're just about to come up to. We need to manipulate them into the position we want them to be in. With two of the blue goggles we can take out the gas and use with the cameras. Wait for the first one to be crouched down and then hit him with the gas. The second one hits him with the gas from the first camera, so we don't need to use the second camera to gas him. Most of the time we need to use the second camera to knock him out. Now we move to the entrance to the duct to get ready to go through.
What was that?
Now we can use this camera to see what these guys are doing. We use the clicker on the camera to get them both moving in this direction, and then we can go through the duct. They quite often shoot the camera, so don't worry if that happens. Don't go too far along this corridor because they'll see you. We're now at the far end of this corridor as we look, so we can use the clicker on this camera to make them look away from us. They shot the camera, they didn't see us. Now we need to remember to scan this computer that was in the meeting room. Go slowly around this corner because there's a wall mine. And disable it when it flashes green. There are 3 special ops guys in the next room. As we're using the stealth loadout, we've got 2 smoke grenades. The first one needs to go to the left side of this centre island. Wait a couple of seconds for the smoke to spread and then move up to the right hand end. It can be a bit difficult to see, but you want to place the second grenade on the edge of the yellow mat. Start off to the right and then straighten up to go through the door. It's tempting to speed up, but you want to keep to a pace where they won't hear you moving. You should get through there without those guys uttering a word. Now there's another wall mine here. We need to select the sticky shockers for the furnace room. I'm going to pick the lock on the gate up here. This makes the guards very predictable, and make sure you close the gate when you've gone through it.
This is pointless, Sam. You won't know what to do if you catch me. Why bother chasing?
My God, Fisher! Shetland has rigged the place to blow. There are bombs hidden in the furnace room. You'll have to find them all, and fast.
Mason and Lambert have you wrapped around their fingers, Fisher. No more to them than any other weapon.
Start moving as soon as Sam's finished with the bomb. And then wait until you see the guard's shadow. You need to move his body, otherwise the next set of guards that come in will see him. There's plenty of time to do this before we need to get to the next bomb, which is over the railing in front of us.
Made yourself the instrument of a policy you don't believe in, Sam. Walk away.
Wait for this guard to pass, and then walk slowly over to this drain pipe. Pace is very important here. If you go too fast, the next guard will either see you or hear you. I'm just moving this guy back a bit just to be safe. Now the last guard's going to come across here from the left. Now we need to run to go and move his body just to make sure we've got enough time.
Blood is thicker than water, and you and I have bled a lot together. You're trading your honor for their agenda.
Make sure you're at full speed before you make that jump, and then run all the way to this door.
Guess it can't hurt to keep my eyes open.
The guard will hear the noise, which will slow him down just enough. The easiest way to do that is to count to about 6 from when you reach the door.
It doesn't have to end like this, Sam.
No, but it does have to end.
On that we agree. We've been fighting their dirty little wars our entire lives, and where do we end up? Staring at each other down the barrels of our guns. Nothing has changed, Fisher. And it won't change by degrees. We have to tear it down and start over. It's the only way.
Your own little chaos theory, throw the world into war and hope that what comes out the other side is better.
It will be better. Because this war will change things, Sam. Every other war has been about keeping things the same, but the status quo doesn't work anymore. America's sick, Sam. She's dying. The politicians, the bureaucrats, the whispered backroom deals, it's all life support for a sick old lady who was dead a long time ago.
The only backroom deals that I've seen lately were made by you. You're a murderer and a war criminal.
Those are the only names the state has for the revolutionaries, Sam. You only become a hero after the war is over. You know the truth. The world is built from the bottom up, not the other way around. Honor, courage, fidelity. We don't inherit these things from the world, Sam. We build the world from them. I know you. You believe in these things more than any government. And I know that because of it, you wouldn't shoot an old friend.
You're right, Doug. I wouldn't shoot an old friend.
So let's see how we did. All objectives were completed. And we achieved a 100% success rating. As I said earlier, I'll be doing a supplementary video on this mission to explore why a lot of people only reach 97%, so check that out.